Hello my darlings, my name is Victoria and this is Veritas Tarot. I am going to be doing the first of your monthly readings for August, Taurus. So we're going to be doing you a soulmate reading. We're going to be looking at what's in your head and heart space, what's in your soulmate's head and heart space. We're going to be looking at their intentions towards you. We're then going to pull a throwing the spanner in the works card, which is an English expression. It basically means, what sort of obstacles might be in the way at the moment for you with the sort of natural progression of your relationship with your soulmate. Then we're going to be pulling a pull your socks up card from Spirit, which is either a well done for pulling your socks up reminder about, moving forward with your life, or it's a sort of card about just a gentle reminder about things to be grateful for around you and just to bring that more positivity back into your life. And then we're going to be looking at the near future, what's happening for you in the near future. I'm using my, these are all golden nuggets of wisdom from Spirit, using my Golden Art Nouveau Tarot gifted to me by Nicola from Ikigai Reiki, who's a wonderful Reiki master and does online healing. So if you are looking for that, the details for her are under my trusted healing sources on my website. And then also Tarot Nefertari, which means beautiful companion in Egyptian. So that's quite apt for this soulmate reading. And then I'm going to be pulling you some love messages and some oracle cards as well. But we're going to start with the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, and we're going to see, Taurus, what's in your headspace at the moment. That flew out. So we've got the Queen of Swords. So you've certainly, I'm getting the expression, certainly been through the ringer a little bit. This just means you've gone through some life experiences that have brought you to a place of learning about self-love and self-worth. And the Queen of Swords, she's very fair, okay? She's very fair. She likes to speak her truth, and she likes to receive the same. So it's about having that, you've created healthy boundaries around yourself, and you will only accept behavior from others that are a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And so this is very beautiful to see. And the Queen of Swords, she has had a lot of hurts in the past. And so, swords are can be symbolic of sort of battles within us, but they're also symbolic of kind of clarity and change and wanting change for yourself. And so this is you in this mode of, yes, I'd love to talk to you, love to be with you, whatever, but this is how I see this relationship for my greatest good. So now let's see and you're very much being guided by Spirit with the birds there as well. So now let's see what's in your heart space for your soulmate. Thank you, Spirit. There we are. Wow, you've got the Ten of Cups. So there's a huge amount of love there. I think I'm getting you have lots of extraordinary happy moments and memories in your heart, and obviously a happy life is simply made up of lots and lots of happy moments. And so you hold that very dear in your heart, all of those. And so there's a lot of love there. I think there's been a lot of, with the rainbow here, there's been a lot of reflection on that during this whole period we've had with COVID. And are there children in this relationship? There may be for some of you. But it's certainly, the Ten of Cups is that beautiful fairy tale sort of romance and love. Maybe a little bit of this is you feeling that this is what you want in your heart, but you're in this Queen of Swords, so maybe you've had expectations that you feel haven't been quite fulfilled. And one of the things is that is to have no expectations of somebody else. It's not to say that you're allowing for bad behavior, it's just that you're allowing them to be on their journey. And when you have no expectations, you don't then have any disappointments, because the most important person in your life, my darling, is you first and foremost, not somebody else, because your happiness, you are the one that creates your own happiness, only you. And when you're in a place of happiness, and when you have a place of self-love because of what you're doing for you, that is the healthiest kind of love of all, because then you just have a lot of love to give. But you have an extraordinary amount of love in your heart for your soulmate, and you've had some amazing times together. Okay, so now we're going to look at what's in your soulmate's headspace for you, Taurus. Thank you. Soulmates, Taurus's soulmate's headspace for them, please. Thank you. Wow, okay. You have got two major arcanas have come out. You've got the Tower and the Hermit. So what I'm feeling is here that there's been something that's happened that's caused your soulmate to retreat within to themselves. There's been some event or events in their life that has come in quite suddenly, and they've kind of retreated. And maybe that's why you have put yourself in this Queen of Swords space at the moment. You know, the Tower is nothing to be fearful of, although at the time it's very uncomfortable. What the Tower generally means is it's an extraordinary change that happens in our life, and the universe steps in sometimes and just creates situations and experiences for us in order for maybe conditioned ways that people are behaving to come tumbling down. You know, those very rigid structures about how people are. And when that happens, it happens for us, not to us. And it happens to shift and change and evolve. So whatever happening to your soulmate at the moment, whatever situation they are in their life, whether it be with you or with work or with relationships with other people, it's causing them to go within and to really soul search and reflect on their life. And the Hermit is an extraordinary place to be in, because it's about unpeeling all of those. It's about looking at your life and not just going along with life and from a place of, well, it's not my fault, it's their fault. It's about really going within, because we have all the answers within us. But sometimes, you know, God wants us with this Tower, when this Tower happens, to go within, to find the peace inside us, to find out why we're behaving a certain way, to find out why are these triggers happening, to really look deep, because all of the answers are within. And, you know, God talks to us through our feelings all the time. Not our thoughts so much, but our feelings. And it's about how we feel about something, which is that direct correlation in terms of how we then act, you know, outside of ourselves. So they're very much in hermit mode at the moment. There's been something that's happened. Okay, and they're very focused on the Ten of Cups. Okay, these feelings that you have for them. So they are thinking very deeply about that. Okay, so now we're going to look at what's in their heart space for you, Taurus. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You've got the Page of Cups. So the pages are beginnings of, thoughts of, ideas of doing something, generally about communication. And this Page of Cups, you know, this page, I feel it's an apology. It's something that's an apology. And it's something that's, he's dressed in blue because, you know, you are dressed in blue. Okay, so it's about knowing that he needs, or she needs to come from a place of truth. It's making them feel a little uncomfortable because they're feeling like a fish out of water about it. But in their heart, they know that there needs to be something they need to do for you and for them. Now, he's a little bit kind of, you know, the word dandy's coming to me. So it might be something that he's trying to pretend to himself that it's doesn't, you know, it's not so important, but it is very important. And it also might mean whatever message is coming from his heart, he might hide it behind something a little bit kind of lighter or jokingly, or just, you know, it won't come across as too serious initially, but the intent is there. Also, he's stepping on his blue cloak, and that for me means, although he knows in his heart that he needs to, she or she needs to speak to you, they're stopping themselves at the moment from coming forward, because if they step forward, they might fall over. So it's that sort of lack of self-love and self-worth, and them not being quite sure, but they have that Page of Cups in their heart, and they're very focused on you with the Hermit. So now let's look at what are their intentions towards you. Although we've already got the Page of Cups. Thank you. Intentions towards Taurus. Yes, Knight of Wands. So again, this is about movement. This is about coming forward to you. You know, they have this wand in the Hermit card, okay? They know. They've gone through something big at the moment. This maybe it's just a massive, maybe the Tower moment is an amazing aha moment about how they feel. But this is the Knight of Wands, okay? So they want to come in. You know, wands are symbolic, again, of passions, desire, creativity, ideas, etc. But you see he's nervous. The horse is rearing up. It's the same sort of thing as the Page of Cups standing on his cloak there. So he's nervous about coming in. But he's determined. He's got his visor, sorry, it's my light there. He's got his visor kind of mainly up off his face. So he's prepared to be vulnerable and talk, but the visor's still sort of partly covered. So there is a certain sense of hiding, not wanting to show his full kind of open up everything to you, sort of, but he does want to come in. And, you know, the green here of the reins, you know, is very much from the heart. So that, you know, that is his intentions towards you, okay? Maybe he's been in and out of your life with the Knight of Wands in the past, and that's what's caused you to be in this Queen of Swords mode, that you don't want to have that sort of in and outness in your life the whole time. You're like, no, although you've had some very, very happy times with them. And maybe you being in the Queen of Wands moment and saying, no, this is enough, has caused this Tower moment for them, this Tower moment of understanding they can't behave like that anymore, and it's caused them to go within and reflect. And this is why they want to come forward now with this Page of Cups, this apology. And their intentions are still this Knight of Wands, and it may be a repeat of a cycle, but we'll see from the rest of the cards how this pans out in terms of whether they're coming in with a whole new approach as the Knight of Wands. So let's see what is the next card is. This is throwing the spanner in the works card. So this is things that may be obstacles that are in your way at the moment, okay? So let's have a look. Throwing the spanner in the works card. Thank you. All right. So you've got, they're being amusing, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is what I see with the spanner in the works, stopping the wheel turning, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles here. So this is Spirit saying to you about focusing at the moment on you, okay? Remembering how amazing you are as an individual, focusing on your manifestations, the as above, down below, being in the moment. You see, she's surrounded by all these pentacles, all right? And she is happy in that space. She's connected to her higher self. She's listening to Spirit, her guides, to God. And she is completely manifesting, representing by all of this. So it's about you, sorry, stepping slightly away from this Queen of Swords, who's a bit more rigid in her approach, and going with the flow more of the universe. It's that letting go and letting God. Let the wheel turn in the natural flow that it is meant to. It's about releasing things that don't serve you, because, you know, this is one step away from the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the Ten of Cups, okay? This is one step away, but in order to have that amazing, extraordinary Ten of Cups or Ten of Pentacles, it's about you being in such a position of self-love and self-worth, and having released things that don't serve it anymore, releasing old hurts and core wounds and things, that actually you're so in your amazing space of being and in your high vibe that you're attracting in that Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, because what you put out there energetically, the universe always responds yes to. So that's very, very good. And I see that you're doing this with, you know, how you're acting with the Queen of Swords, but it's about letting go of any outcomes now and just going with the flow more. And focusing on you. You know, you are the most important person in your life. And the more you focus on you in a very way, not selfish way, but sort of self-is way, the more you focus on that, the more love you have to give to others, because you're not doing it from a lack of a void. Now we're going to look at what the next thing is, the Pull Your Socks Up card from Spirit. So we're going to see what they have for you with this. You've got a lot of cards here. Okay, well there you go. That's very funny. You've got 3 cards, and I'm going to take all 3 because they all came out. And I was just talking about the Ten of Pentacles, so there you go. So this is what's around you. what to focus on, how amazingly well you're doing at various things. So look, you've got first of all this 10 of Pentacles, okay? So this is what I'm talking about. You are one step away with this 9 of Pentacles. If you're coming to this 9 of Pentacles, amazing, grateful for everything around you space, and consciously manifesting and being grateful for everything you've learned, whether it's uncomfortable learning or comfortable learning, being grateful for all the surprises and delights the universe gives us every day. So this is what the universe is saying. It's be in that moment the whole time. What I love about this 10 of Pentacles is that I see these 2 dogs here, and I see this in this reading as you and your soulmate, okay? Dogs are always in the moment. See how happy they are? Completely happy, completely focused, completely in the moment. They're like our soul. They have unconditional love for us. They know where we're going. They know where the dangers are effectively. They know where all the treats are. They're around the corner before we are, and they're coming back to tell us. So this is Spirit's reminder to you of your journey with your soulmate represented here. And you both have an extraordinary amount of wisdom that you're learning through this journey, okay? And it is a journey. And the more you can thrive on this journey and not survive, the more you can see it as a journey of however difficult the journey can be at times. It is also extremely rewarding, and it's very fulfilling. And this is what this card is to remind you of, and what comes in at the end of it, you see as well. It's about the Hangman here. This is Spirit reminding you about seeing things from a new perspective, letting go, letting God, just hanging out. And this is the light to show that you're seeing things from a new perspective. And you don't actually have to do anything a lot of the time to manifest your desires. You just have to have trust and faith that it's going to happen. And this is where this Hangman is. And it's about really taking stock of your life as well. You have the World card. I mean, this is just beautiful. You have the World card. This is a reminder to you that you've gone through a cycle. This is why you've come into this Queen of Swords, okay? You've gone through a whole cycle, and you are now shifting and changing, into this 9 of Pentacles, leading to the 10 of Pentacles. You've got the Hangman here. Your soulmate is going through a massive change as well with the Tower and the Hermit, and wanting to come forward. And you've got this completion in your life. You're entering this new cycle. At the moment, this is just a pause and reflect moment. This is what the World card means for you. It's like a pause and reflect before the next cycle happens. Spirit always gives us that time before you go wham into the next one. And this is your moment of reflection. This is a moment for you to share what you've learned with others. This is a moment for you to have fun with your manifestations, knowing that you're connected as above, down below. So this is very beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to look at what's coming in for your near future, which I think they've been very clear so far. Thank you very much, Spirit. So you've got, thank you, I had 2 cards here. You've got the 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. So this is a healing time for you, okay? And it's a healing time for them because this 3 of Pentacles is here. So the 3 of Pentacles is about working together, but it's also about building a foundation, okay? And so first of all, I'm going to talk about the healing card. So with this particular healing card, you've got these 3 swords here, which represents heartbreak. The 3 of Swords card represents heartbreak. So there has been something that has put you in this Queen of Swords mode, as I said, and generally it's been because you've been through a difficult time. But this is a time now of you to finish your healing. There is still some healing to do for you. And you have this 1 sword here. You don't want to fight anymore for love. You don't want to kind of create situations where you're asking people, do they love you, whatever. You just don't want to do that anymore. You are in this space now where you have that clarity and truth. This is what is leading into you. You've been in this space where you have clarity and truth and understanding, and that brings peace. And peace is actually real happiness when you have that sense of peace. And there is family around you, and there's soul family around you, and you are being guided by Spirit. And that is bringing in this 3 of Pentacles, which is really lovely. And the 3 of Pentacles is all about a new foundation. So whatever, you know, I'm seeing this in relation to your soulmate here, and whatever situation, you know, they are in at the moment, allow them time, allow them space, because it's very important you have this time with this World card and this healing. You have this time as well. And so the Three of Pentacles is, you know, about what's happening for you is you're going to be building a foundation of maybe a different type of relationship built on balance, you know, built on trust, built on self-love. So thank you. Let's do some clarifiers for you. We're going to use my Tarot Nefertari. So we've got the Queen of Swords, first of all, we're going to clarify. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. There we go. Yes. So you've got the Knight of Wands here. So this, for me, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the readings that you've gone through maybe some various cycles and things, and this is what these wands behind represent to me. But you step forward now with this wand, and you step forward, and that wand is first and foremost your self-love for yourself. And the rabbit here, or the hare, represents a good catch. And, you know, in medieval times, it was very difficult to catch a hare, so it represents a good catch. But it also represents, for me, Spirit, no, I see this in the card, the tortoise and the hare story, that, you know, don't rush this journey. The tortoise wins the race, but takes it slowly and observes what's happening on the journey and has enjoyment from the journey while the hare races ahead. So there's two messages for you in there. It's about, this journey for you is about rebirth. That's represented by the snake there. So this is about a rebirth that you're going through. So let's look at the Ten of Cups in your heart space for your soulmate. Thank you. Thank you. Try not to have expectations, because they do bring disappointments. And it's not that just because somebody doesn't love you the way you want them to love you doesn't mean to say they don't love you with everything that they are, okay? So, and you know this, look, this is the Ten of Cups clarification. This is, you've got the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands. So, you know, in your heart, you have this knowing, you know about this connection, you can feel it. I'm getting the words, it kind of defies explanation for you sometimes. You don't necessarily have the words to describe how you feel, but this is this Ace of Wands here, that's rather lovely, because I haven't really used these cards before, so I'm seeing this sort of cow here, and that's lovely. It's about that nurturing soul. So it's very nurturing from you, but it's also a reminder for you to honour and nurture yourself as well. But you, this lovely Ace of Wands that you've got, and this Ten of Cups for your soulmate, and the High Priestess, you're not, I don't think you're saying to them how you're feeling so much about them because of that Queen of Swords thing, but you very much know it in your heart. Okay, so now we're going to look at, in their headspace, they have the Hermit and they have the Tower. So pretty major stuff. Headspace, please. Hermit and Tower, please. More information. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Wow. Too many cards, I'm sorry. Too many cards. One card, please. There we go. So they've got the Nine of Cups. Ah, okay. So I think this, yes, this is their wish fulfillment, but I think it's hit them. It's something that's come out of the blue for them. You know, this is the Tower. It's coming very fast, and perhaps something that they, thank you, Spirit, this strikes me, your soulmate, as somebody who's had very conditioned, rigid behaviours in the past for their own self-protection because of vulnerabilities. And that's where people build these walls around themselves. And you, my darling, have come in and you have literally tumbled down these walls. So you have been the trigger, as soulmates are. God sends soulmates together to help us trigger the other one. You've come in and triggered this conditioned behaviour being stripped away. And that's why they're in this hermit mode. Okay, but you equally have been hurt in the past. And so what I don't want is, whether it's with them or with somebody else, but it's about your healing as well, because you can't take past hurts into a new relationship because you'll just repeat patterns. But this is their wish fulfillment. This is in their headspace. This 9 of Cups is this wish fulfillment. So that's really beautiful. Okay. So in their heart space, they have the Page of Cups. Yes, they've got the 6 of Swords. So they know what direction, and they're heading towards you. This is the cards are heading that way on my desk. So they're very much wanting to head to you, full steam ahead. This is a head over heart thing for them as well. As I said to you, this is, you've come in and kind of torn apart, not torn apart in a bad way, but you've kind of completely shaken up their existence. And I think they were very safe in their world of just being as the way they were, with perhaps not showing too much emotion to people, etc., etc. No, you've come in and changed that. And this is why I went back to you and said that they feel very uncomfortable in their heart, but they know, I said this is head over heart. And this is like a head over heart card, because normally in the 6 of Swords, you have your subconscious and conscious, your mind and your heart reflected by the calm water for your subconscious and the rougher water for your thoughts, which is your conscious thoughts. So they're very much, it's their battle between head and heart, but they very much know they love you, and that ship is heading in your direction. So that's gorgeous. Then you've got this Knight of Wands here. This is their actions, their intentions towards you. Thank you, Spirit. Too many cards. Too many cards. I just saw the 10 of Pentacles though again, which is interesting. Ooh, there we go. So yes, well, that's very funny. They've got the Knight of Cups now. So you've got the Knight of Cups. So you've got them both as the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So their intentions are incredibly loving towards you. Again, they might come in with a little bit of a prance, a little bit of pretending that they're not really very much sort of, you know, it's sort of hiding behind something. But they're very much being guided to do this. Apologies. And they want to come in. As I said, they're a little nervous. You see these 2 horses look quite similar, but they very much have that love and that passion for you. And at the bottom of the deck, as I saw that 3 of Pentacles about creating a foundation again. So now let's look at the World card and the 9 of Pentacles, which is your throwing the spanner in the works. See what Spirit has to say. Yes, you've got the 7 of Cups. So remember I talked to you about being in the moment, focusing on you, focusing on your self-worth, independence, your self-love, manifestations, allowing that let go, let God flow to happen. So this is what Spirit is saying. Don't get overwhelmed. Try not to be confused. Okay, this is this 7 of Cups. Excuse me, I'm just going to shut the door a second. Sorry. Try not to get overwhelmed by everything, okay? Everything is exactly as it should be. Everything is in divine timing and divine law. And what I'm also receiving with this card is, you know, God talks to us, I said, all the time through feelings, etc. But we're always receiving advice all the time through messages from other people, through songs we might hear, through things we might read in books. It's all messages for us. If it resonates, it's message. So it's about you going with the flow. And she doesn't look too worried in this card either, does she? She kind of has a drink and she's quite happy. So it's about also, thank you Spirit, looking at various options that might appear for you. You know, this is about you seeing things from a new perspective with the Hangman as well. So just seeing if there's anything else I can see in this card. No, she's actually just, you know, she's almost sort of not worrying about all of this going on. So it's about not getting overwhelmed, not getting too confused, listening to God, listening to messages, what resonates that somebody might say, or you might see something, and kind of just letting go and going with the flow. So now we're going to look at, where are those decks? We're going to look at the Pull Your Socks Up, which you've got 3 cards, the World, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Hangman. This is a very big reading, Taurus. It's a lovely reading. Thank you. So you've got, yeah, completely got the Death card. Nothing to be scared of. It's all about regeneration and rebirth, and nothing stops this Death card. Okay, this is absolutely that kind of time in your life where you are going through a complete transformation. It's a complete change from a sort of old conditioned way of thinking to a new way of thinking. And this is you moving from this Queen of Swords, and the bravery of having stepped forward from that repetitive cycles in your past to stepping into, you know, this Nine of Pentacles here, which is lovely. And this in turn is bringing in this world, the Ten of Pentacles, about you being in the moment, seeing things from a new perspective, seeing abundance around you, being grateful for so much. And this is what this Death card represents, which is just lovely. See how grateful those two they are there. You know, that it's about being almost humble with sort of what an amazing life that we all have, and every day we have a chance to recreate ourselves anew and to say thank you to God for so many things in our lives. So that's really lovely to see that there. And this card wanted to stay behind, of course it did, the Magician. And this is about, again, the beginning of this cycle for you. And you have this Magician here. You have all the tools you need to manifest. You know that. You have everything within you. You know, you have your Sword of Truth here as your Queen of Swords. You have this Sword of Truth. You have your Pentacles here, you know, your manifestation, you know, that represented in the Nine of Pentacles here. You have your Wand here, which was in your Ace of Wands there in your heart space. And what was the last one? You have your Cups, which is represented here with the Seven of Cups. It's represented here with the cup that the Knight of Cups is coming. So you have everything you need to manifest. It's about manifesting consciously though, not subconsciously. We manifest all the time, whether we know it or not. And every thought and feeling that we have, if we're focused on a particular thing long enough, whether it's negative or positive, the universe always says yes. So be aware of your thoughts and what you're thinking about a lot, because you're manifesting more of that. Okay, so now we're going to look at what's coming in your near future, clarity on that. And we have the Four of Swords, remember the healing, and the Three of Pentacles, which was this new foundation. So let's see. Four of Swords and Three of Pentacles, clarify please, thank you. Well, how beautiful, they flew out, didn't even hit the ground, they wanted to come out and they popped out. You've got the Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups. So this is so beautiful. So this period of time now that you've been given by God, by the universe, is allowing for this transformation of you to go through this period of healing. I know you have a huge amount of love for your soulmate. You really do. And for them, it's wish fulfillment as well. You are having a massive impact on them as well. If they are having, which they are, an impact on you, you are having exactly the same back. You're mirroring each other, okay? This is also represented in this Two of Cups. And so soulmates come together to trigger each other, to heal from old wounds. That's one of the things why God brings soulmates together. So this transformation that you're both going through, you know, this is leading to the Queen of Cups, this person who has so much love to give because she loves herself. She's found love within herself. She's found her self-worth. It's about healing your inner child within. It's about being kind to yourself, kind to your inner child. It's about forgiving yourself for things as well. It's about forgiving others with that same understanding that we all act out of places of pain at sometimes. But this extraordinary self-love, this whole journey that you're going on, that this healing journey that's bringing in this foundation for this relationship, you've got this Two of Cups. That's this lovely card at the end here. I'll just put it there so you can see. So you very much, and you'll be, it's completely, do you see how they're connected? It's like as above, down below. So if you're not in communication with them now, know that you are in communication with them energetically and telepathically, and you're probably meeting in dreams. And if you're separated at the moment, but if you are in communication and you're just going through a period of time, healing time together, you're completely connected. still as above, down below. That's very beautiful. And do you see that they have stepped forward towards you with a vulnerability and a transparency, and you are very grounded. So that's a beautiful sort of outcome coming in. Okay, so I'm now going to do some love messages from your soulmate. So, thank you. Messages for Taurus from your soulmate. Thank you. Do you realise how amazing you are to me? That's just gorgeous. Do you even realise how amazing you are to me? Of course you are. And I think sometimes you don't know because they don't really say it. But with that Tower and the Hermit and the Nine of Cups, this has absolutely hit them like a bolt out of the blue. And sometimes when people aren't open to that sort of love, it terrifies them. And they behave in ways that surprise you. But and they might retreat a little bit, but it's only because it scares them. But you have, I think, come into this soulmate's life. God has sent you in to, we only shift and grow when we're made to feel so uncomfortable we have to, just like the lobster. And this is what's happening, I think, for your soulmate. But I don't want you to forget yourself in this process. You have also been hurt in the past by things. And this is about your journey of self-love as well. So that's beautiful. And I've also got your beautiful face is always on my mind. And I can't wait for the day we will start living our life together. So that's lovely. Whatever situation you are with your soulmate at the moment. So I'm now going to pull for you the Angels and Ancestors deck, which is lovely. It's got the sort of owl on the back and the gold wheel of fortune. So another little golden nuggets of wisdom from Spirit. Thank you. Messages for Taurus, please. Too many cards. Thank you. Messages for Taurus. Just one or two, please. Thank you. There we go. Mirror Guardian. Yeah, take time to reflect. So this is what we've been talking about this healing time for you. And it's you in this hangman position, about looking back and observing. Oop, wrong way around. Looking back and observing things from a different perspective. So that's very beautiful. Take time to reflect. There is no rush on these journeys. They all happen exactly divine time that they're meant to, guided by God, guided by Spirit. And now we're going to do you a Keepers of the Light Oracle card. Again, just very beautiful with the gold there. Thank you. A message for Taurus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last message for Taurus. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So, not surprised to see that with the Tower card and the Hermit and the Nine of Cups and the Magician and the World card. I mean, it's just an amazing reading. But it is, again, as I said to you, a reminder about being. If you want the wheel to keep turning, as it is like this, it's about you being in that moment of understanding how powerful your thoughts and feelings are. And that the more you're manifesting from a high vibration, the more magic can occur, the more miraculous changes can occur. Okay, my darlings, I hope that helped and resonated with you. Please do let me know in the comments section. Like, subscribe and share. I would be very grateful. I'm going to be doing your weeklies again from the weekend, but I hope this monthly reading for August has helped you. And I'll be obviously doing September towards the end of August as well. Anyway, take care. Have a lovely rest of the week. Hope you have lots of sunshine. And take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.